Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne, and I am coming from Grandma's porch. Except you can't see the trees at night. Our beautiful trees are in the background, but it's nighttime here. And so I have my lights set up out here, and my lighting is not the best, but it'll do. It'll do. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Blinding Lights. Hello, Fordman. And hello, Dandy. Welcome, welcome. And we'll give a few minutes to see if anyone comes on besides my wonderful ones that are here right now. Um, I used to come on here every night, and I was really, really consistent. And before that, I came on every day. But since I went back to college, well, I've been back in college a year, but since I started back this semester, and it's really, really, really busy, I'm on here kind of sporadically at 10 o'clock at night. Now, last weekend, I did come on. I came on during the day, which was kind of unusual. And but I'm here. I'm here. So welcome, welcome. And let's see, what is tonight? Thursday night? Gosh, I don't know where the week has gone. And 10 o'clock works really good for me because by then my family's kind of quieted. I have 3 young adult kids. 2 live at home, but my daughter is always here. So she's spending the night here tonight. She has an apartment about 4 miles down the road. And so she comes and she stays. And so I have 3 young adult kids at home and a husband, and my life is busy. So, well, welcome, welcome, and I thank you for being here. And Miss Southern Belle, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. And I'm not a growth channel. I'm a grandma channel. And, but you will grow here, but you will actually make friendships here because my channel is really about friendships more so than it is about subscribers. I'm not a subscriber channel, but I'm a grandma channel, and we make friends. Okay. And we get to know each other and all that kind of good stuff. So I've had a good day. I have to tell you, I'm taking some really hard college classes. And the one that I had, well, I have several classes, but the one I had to focus on today was extremely hard and challenging. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think I want to throw in the towel on this class. But I actually ended up getting 100 on the test, which I was kind of surprised, really, really surprised that I would get, that I would get 100 on the test. And so I guess it was, very much well worth it all. Yes, I do. I need a tutor. Hey, Nana's New Normal. Welcome, welcome. I'm on Grandma's porch, Fordman. That's where I'm at. Let me see. Miss Southern Belle says, I am moving in with my sister, and we are building us a lovely house together. I don't know how old you are, Southern Belle, but I think that's a great idea. I really do. We think differently when we get older. And I'm in my 60s, as you all know. Anybody who's new here may not know that, but I'm in my 60s. And, you begin to look at things differently, and we have a big house. And there's no way that I want to downsize. But most people in my age group are downsizing. And I said, the only way that I will downsize is if we buy a motorhome and I move into the motorhome. And I always say that my retirement home will be a motorhome. Thank you, Blinding Lights. I thank you very much for being here. Thank you. And I wish for you a great, great night and a great sleep. And Sophia, welcome, welcome. Thank you. I'm doing good, Sophia. It's the end of my day here, and I come out here at night. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you so much. Thank you, Fordman. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Fordman. It's not easy being a 63-year-old college student. And Charlie Girl, welcome. And Ladita, welcome, welcome. Um, Being a 63-year-old college student is not actually the easiest thing in the world to be. I have to tell you. Um, when I went to college 40 years ago, we had books and we went to classroom and nothing, there was no such thing as a personal computer. And now everything is done on the computers, even when you go to class. So you have to have things like access codes and things like that. Well, when I started a year ago, I got my first access code and I thought you just tried to rip it off. I didn't realize you had to scratch it off. And so I destroyed it, not knowing. And so I called up and they said, well, we can't give you another one. You're going to have to purchase the book again, which was like $300 for the book. And I said, well, I'm not going to buy another book to get another access code. And they said, well, you have no choice. But fortunately, I found my receipt. And because I had the receipt, the company gave me another access code and I was able to access it. So there's so many new ins and outs when you are a college student after 40 years. And so at 63 years old, I'm a college student who carries a book bag. Welcome, welcome. I don't have my glasses on now. Um, J and N Travels. Welcome, welcome. Um, you know, I never had to wear glasses until a year ago when I started sitting behind the computer for hours on end studying. And so now I have to wear glasses in order to read because my eyes have gotten used to it. And so when I take them off, I can't quite see the chat. So I'm going to put them back on, and I don't like wearing the glasses, but I'm going to put them on here. And I am going to, hey, Ladita, thank you. And JNN Travels. I can see you now. Let me go over here to YouTube and change this because I'm going to change this here so that I can see the chat better. Let me look here. Let me look. Okay. So how is everyone doing tonight? I want to know. Because I'm going to change this. There we go. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope you're all doing wonderful. And let me go over here now. Back to StreamYard. Back to here. And then I'm going to try to grab that. And I think, how did I do that? Oh, there it is. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. So now I can see. Rhea Colors, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. When I do these live streams, because I'm not a growth channel, I'm a grandma channel, I think no one is ever going to show up. I do. I really do. I think nobody is going to show up here because, most people want to go to growth channels. And I love growth channels. I think they're wonderful. And I've got a list of them tonight that I'm going to shout out because, I know so many great growth channels and so many grandma channels. I love the grandma channels because I'm a grandma channel, and we just kind of talk and get to know each other and all that good stuff, but growth channels move very, very quickly. And it's about growing your channel. And that's not, what my channel's really about. My channel is about making friendships. So I'm kind of at that next level from a growth channel. I kind of take over where the growth channel leaves off. I'm kind of about building relationships. And that's kind of what you will find here, because you'll find a lot of the same people do come back. And even though I didn't really let anybody much know that I was coming on tonight. So, yeah. So anyhow, I hope you're all doing really, really good and that you are having a great week and that you are looking forward to the weekend. I am looking forward to the weekend. I'll have all three of my kids here. They're young adults and they go to college, but they live at home. and my husband golfs all weekend. And I make YouTube videos. I do my 5-minute videos, and I run 5 miles every day at 63 years old. And I go to college full time, and I paint. I'm an artist, and I'm a writer, and I do a lot of things. I dance. So I have a lot of things that I do. And, don't ever let someone think that at 63 years old that you sit in a rocking chair. I don't sit in, I have 2 rocking chairs and I do sit in them, but, I carry a book bag and go to college. So, yeah. But, so, um, yeah, yeah. So I come on here. I never know, it's not like with my scripted videos where I know what I'm going to talk about. And Fordman says, I'm good. I'm taking auto mechanics in college and I love it. Fordman, you know what? That is so amazing. And I'm going to tell you this. I believe that a trade is far superior right now than a regular degree, because there are people that, I mean, even attorneys, because I'm studying law. I'm not in law school, but I'm studying law possibly to go to law school. And I have to tell you, that people, it's the trades that are making money. The trades, because even attorneys can't, some of them can't get a job. They make less than people who are in trade school, So, welcome, Alfex. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. If I miss your name, let me know. And I'm going to move this up. Oops, now I just lost everybody. Wait a minute. There we go. And Brex, welcome, welcome. Barex. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Let me get the live chat. There we go. That changes it. Now I see everybody. Okay, now I see everybody. Good, good, good. Um, so, oops, I just lost it again. Okay. Yeah, yes. And Miss Southern Belle, are you in Georgia as well, or are you in another state? Because I thought you were from Georgia as well. And so, yeah, I share wisdom. My channel is about inspiration and motivation and living your best life. And your best life is a little bit of everything. And so I try to touch upon a little bit of everything when I'm talking. And I share my wisdom daily, and they're fresh out of the oven. And, I just inspire others to find their own best life. And your best life is going to look much different than my best life. And my best life will look different than someone else's best life. We're all blessed with different attributes. We're all blessed with different blessings. And we're all blessed with different divine purpose. And we're all blessed with, we each have our own problems. And they're unique to us. Even though they may be similar to someone else's, they're unique to us because our life is unique. And so, welcome, Renee. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you. And so you just have to find what works well for you in your life. So I never come on here and give advice. I never come on here and give suggestions. I just share with you my perspective on different issues and how I see life. So when you watch my 5-minute videos from Grandma's Porch, it's just giving you my perspective on whatever issue happened to come to me that day. And so today, my issue was about listening. And I'm a great in-person listener. I believe in listening. You don't learn by talking. You teach by talking, but you don't learn by talking. You learn by listening. And smart people listen. And if you want to appear smart, listen. The only problem about doing a live stream is um, you really can't listen because you're up here by yourself, and that's kind of the way it is. Um, Let me get. I'm back with the glasses, and you know what? I don't know if there's reflection with the glasses or not. but if there is, I'm sorry. Mag Uma and Ba Channel. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you. And so today I wrote down about listening, and I think it's really important to be a good listener and not to interrupt people and not to sit there and wait till it's your turn to talk again, because we really should be an active listener and not just listen so that we can say something, but listen truly to what the person's saying. And also listen to what they're not saying. I'm Madlet. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming, my friend. I appreciate you coming. Thank you so much. So I would say be a great listener, and it's so important. You will learn so much, and listen to what is not being said. There's so much that people don't say that we can hear. And Rhea Color says, I'll be coloring, but I'll just going to stay here on your live and listen, Diana. What are you coloring, Rhea? What is it that you're coloring? I have coloring books, and when my kids were growing up, they colored. Welcome, fabulous Faith. Welcome to you. Thank you for coming. Do you know that when I was little, we had coloring books? And I think kids today miss out on so much. They play all these virtual games and all of that. When my kids were growing up, they really didn't play any of the virtual games. We played board games, and I have all kinds of board games stacked up out here on Grandma's porch, because that's what we did. We played board games, Scrabble, Monopoly, Uno, you name the game, we probably had it. So, but coloring books, I love coloring books. Absolutely love coloring books. Yes, Rhea, I know what kind you're talking about. Those are the more detailed. My son has some of those, and they come out beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I know Renee is an artist. Renee Unrated, she's an artist as well, and a new artist. And I think it's just wonderful, just wonderful. And how I learned to paint was about 20 years ago. We were living way down in Texas, and my kids were babies, and I couldn't get out of the house. And so one day I took my 3 kids, put them in my Expedition, we drove to Walmart, put them in one of those 3-seater carts. Remember those 3-seater carts you put the kids in? And I wheeled them all around, and I bought me a bunch of canvases, and I bought me a bunch of paints, and I bought me a bunch of paints, and I took them home, and I started painting. And I'll tell you, my first couple paintings I threw in the garbage, but then I started to improve. And most people, I've been told, quit within the first month. Probably 99.9% of people who start to paint give it up after a month. But that was 20 years ago. And I've never had a lesson, unless you consider like Bob Ross a lesson. I used to watch his shows. I loved his shows. And but he motivated me, through his TV show to start painting. And my house is covered with my paintings. And I have to say they're beautiful. And people constantly want one. And I'm not painting quite as much as I did before because I'm so busy. But I love to paint. I really love to paint. And I think painting is relaxing. It's therapeutic. Growing up, we didn't have psychiatrists and psychologists and counselors. We just sat on Grandma's porch. But we also did things like board games. We painted. We colored. We did all kinds of things. And I think those things are very, very therapeutic to people. I really, really do. I do. I think when you take time out and you do something with your hands that's creative, it can it's a wonderful feeling. Wonderful. And I'm always covered in paint. I get paint on my face and paint all over me. And I like to paint in my kitchen. And so I paint in my kitchen. Now I have an little art gallery. I mean, a little art studio, but I don't paint in there. I like to paint in the kitchen. So my kitchen gets covered with paint. So, but yeah, I love that. I love that. So, but um, getting back, I'm going to share some of my wisdom notes. Now, y'all know I have a 5-minute wisdom videos, and but I have scribble notes, and these are my notes from the day today, and I just write them down, and then I share them out in little videos. And in one of my videos, I don't think I put it out yet, I talked about messed up thinking, and when we hang out with people who have messed up thinking, often it can affect our thinking. And before we know it, our thinking gets messed up. And so I try to avoid hanging out with people that their thinking is really, really messed up. It doesn't mean I don't talk to them or interact with them, but I do limit my time because their suggestions and even the things that they do can affect my own decisions. Um, we have to learn how to handle stress. And I think like Reyes Colors and Renee and myself, we paint or we color, and it's a great way to relieve stress. And there's going to be stress in our lives. Stress is going to be a part of life. And I think it's important that we understand that. And the better we're able to handle stress, the more successful we're going to be in our life. Um, I want to talk too about loving on the people that you love. Our lives get so busy. We get so busy in life and we can get stressed. We have jobs, we have family, we have this, we have that. And people aren't perfect either. And sometimes we forget to love on the people that we love. And, there's never a day that when my kids leave the house or my husband leaves the house that I don't love on them. I just say, I love you, I love you, I love you. I let them know that. And my kids call me all the time and just say, hey, mom, just want to call and see what you're doing. So love on the people that you love. Love on the people that you love. I think that's so very, very important to let the people that you love know that you love them. Do something kind for them, spend time with them, get away from the computer, get away from the TV, and just go sit with the people that you love. Go sit with the people that you love. And, take time out for yourself to be quiet. Um, you know, People are so now used to being on the computer constantly, being in front of TV, having music on, being on the telephone, that they don't take time out. And I think it's really, really important to take time out for yourself and just take time out so that you can hear yourself think. It's really, really important in your life. And I wrote down one of my notes was regardless of some days you feel like you're not making headway in life and people want to give up. They want to give up when they're not making headway. And, some days I get up and I sit in front of the computer with my college classes and I feel like I'm stuck and I'm making no headway. And I feel like I'm actually backpedaling, but I keep at it. I keep at it step by step, even when I don't feel like it. A lot of times you're not going to feel like doing a lot of things that you need to do. And sometimes you have to just put that one foot in front of the other and keep on going, even when you don't feel like it. For example, I run every day and I love to run, but some days I just don't feel like it. but I still put my running shoes on and I get out there and I go running, whether I feel like it or not. And, some days I don't feel like opening the books, but I get up and I do it anyhow because um, success doesn't depend upon emotions. Successful people are disciplined people, and they know what's going to make them successful, whether they feel like it or not. And so our successes are linked in our daily habits. And um, whatever habits and whatever focus we give things, that's where our success will come from. And our failure will come from lack of focus. What we don't give focus to dries up. Okay. So um, I'm just kind of going from wisdom note to wisdom note here. Dr. Mencha, welcome, welcome. Thank you. First time in my live stream. Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're kind of a laid back group here. We're not a fast growth channel, Dr. Mencha. We're just kind of a laid back, grandma channel. And I share wisdom, and sometimes a friend will come up here with me. And that's kind of like um, what we do. Rhea Color says, Renee, watching now your first painting. Um, Renee, I think, is going to do wonderful with her painting. I think she absolutely is going to not just enjoy it, but I think she'll do very, very well with it. Okay, let's see what else I wrote down here. Identify right people for your life and also identify wrong people for your life. And a wrong person is not necessarily a bad person. People think that a wrong person is a bad person, and a wrong person um, is not necessarily a bad person, but they're wrong for your life. It's sort of like if you're building a puzzle and you go to some other puzzle to get the piece. Well, it's going to be the wrong piece for that puzzle that you're working on, but it's not a wrong piece for another puzzle. So when I was dating before my husband, and I've been married 30 years, um, before my husband, I dated a lot. I dated a lot of guys, but they weren't right for my life for a long-term relationship. And my husband was. He was the right piece to the puzzle. But did it make those other guys wrong? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They were the right guy for someone else, and I was the right woman for someone else. So a wrong person doesn't necessarily mean that they're a bad person. They're just not right for your life. And so I always identify right people for my life and people that are not right for my life. Now, obviously, there are people that really are not right for our lives, and they disrupt. And there are people out there that they're full of negativity, they're full of toxicity, and those kind of people I really want to stay away from. Okay, so I talk a lot about that. Talked a lot about that. I believe taking care of your health. We are people who have, in our society, have gotten so used to fast food, junk food, chemicals, processed food, packaged food, that we forget what it's like to eat real food and healthy food. And I think that for me, I'm vegan. I don't advocate being a vegan to anyone. It just is what works well for me. I juice and I eat fresh and healthy vegetables. But take care of your health and take care of your body. Take care of your mind and take care of your soul. Don't forget your soul, because your soul, I believe we all have a soul, that people don't think in that realm. And I think that if we're putting garbage into our lives, it does affect our soul. And I always say that when you meet somebody and they're agitated Agitation is basically the soul going in one direction and the mind and the body going in a different direction. So if I meet someone who's agitated, it usually has to do with conflict. And I believe that conflict often arises within a person because their soul is telling them what's right and to do one thing, but they're choosing to do another, or they want to do another. And so they're agitated because they're being pulled in two different directions. And so I believe that we have to take care of our soul as much as we do our mind. A healthy soul, a healthy mind, and a healthy body. Okay, they all go together. If one gets out of alignment, then they all get out of alignment. And so it's very important to take care of all three. And let's see. I'm just looking. Um, you know, when you make choices and you make decisions for your life, often there's going to be people who are not going to like your choices and decisions because that's either not how they want to see you live your life, or it is not conducive with what they want. Because a lot of people have their own agenda and they want to use you as part of their agenda. So there's always going to be somebody who's not happy with the choices and decisions you make. But the choices and decisions you make, they have to be the right ones for you. And when we make a choice and decision that's right for us, it almost always is going to be right for the people that we love, because it's important to take into account the people that we love when we make a decision. So, for example, if I wanted to go out and buy a brand new car, not that I need one because I don't, but if I wanted to go out and buy a brand new car, um, I would probably, wouldn't probably, I would talk it over with my husband first, because I would want to make sure that he approved of it too, because, I love him, I care about him, and I care about what he thinks. And so it's a joint type of decision. And as I think most marriages should be, because why do you get married? You get married not to own each other, not to run each other's life, but to work together in harmony. That's what you do. Two people who choose to work in harmony together. And, when you're in relationships, I'm taking this course right now on interpersonal communication. And it's interesting. And I can't remember the term that they use, but they use a term that everybody in a relationship has conflict. There's going to be conflict, but you want to set up a relationship so that when conflict arises, you can resolve it easily. And part of that is being respectful to each other and valuing each other. And unfortunately, we see in many marriages or many work-related relationships, people who don't value the other person. So when conflict comes up, difference of opinion comes up, they each want their own way. They're unwilling to negotiate it. And we see that in politics right now. Politics is so nasty. I don't discuss politics here. And I do on my Facebook. And they put me they put me in kind of a timeout over on Facebook. I do, I share out postings. I don't really so much make comments about them. I just share out, like news clips. And if and apparently they put me kind of in a timeout and said that, they're restricting the amount that I can put on my news feed. So I guess if they don't like what you put out, they restrict you. So I'm like a 5-year-old in the corner. Okay. I've never been restricted like that because I'm very, very careful what I put out, and very balanced. So I don't know. They don't, So I'm very careful over here. I do not talk politics, but because politics is so divisive, it's so divided right now. And I don't think that there's any easy solution. And my channel is not about politics, because we have a lot of channels out there that are all about politics. And I go to some of them and I like some of them, but I am not a politic channel. And I'm a wisdom channel, and I want to keep that as wisdom. I'm not a growth channel. I'm not a politic channel. I'm not a cooking channel. I'm a grandma channel. So grandma's wisdom. But let me see here what I got. Um, Singing for the Creator. Welcome, welcome. Would you like to come up and sing a song? I would love for you to come up and sing a song. Welcome, Mom's Vlog. Welcome, welcome. Let me get my invite thing here. And, okay, Control C. I think that's the clip too. Okay, got it. I think that's right. Let me put that in here. Okay, I think that's right. There we go. Singing for the Creator. Her name is Marie, and she is amazing. Oh, she says not tonight. Oh, okay. That's okay. I have to say she's amazing, and she has the most beautiful, beautiful singing voice. And she's been up here before, and she's sang so many times before, and she's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And so, yeah, I'm just sharing my wisdom notes and kind of rambling on here. And so that's what I do. Okay. That's my gift. You know, I have a lot of gifts, but one of my dominant gifts is I got lost at the beach. I had to run to the other parking lot to find my car. You know what? That sounds like me. I forget where my car is. Okay. But usually I forget where my keys are. Okay. I want to tell you a little story. Okay. I'm going to tell you a little story here. And, you know, I have the gift of intuition, and Mom is always right. Mom is always right. So I sent my son out the other day to get some grapefruit. Well, he was already out, and he has my car because I drive a truck, and I have a convertible, and I don't like to drive the convertible. It's a nice convertible, but it's small, you know, and I like my big man truck. I drive around in a man truck because I feel safer. So I let my son drive my car. And he was out doing errands, and I said, can you go pick me up some grapefruits? Because I'm going to make grapefruit juice. I juice, and I use the pulp. And so he said, yeah. And I told him the store to go to. And I said, now listen, I said, you be careful. I said, that parking lot is very, very dangerous. I said, you be careful. You hear me? And he said, yes, Mom. And he's a very careful, cautious driver. He's very responsible. I have really good kids and very responsible kids. I have to tell you, I just told him that. It was not more than 5 minutes. He calls and says, Mom, somebody backed into our car. Somebody backed into it. And of course, I said, well, you know what to do, because I always tell them to, there's a process when there's an accident, the steps to take. And he did all the right things. And of course, I jumped in the truck, and I was right over there. So I got a dent in my car. So we're taking it in to get it fixed because we love the car. And so we're going to get it fixed. But I have great intuition. And I mean, it's like, when my husband knows if I tell him something, or my kids now know if I tell them something, to listen to Mom, because it comes to me. It just comes to me. And so that's what happened. So listen to your intuition. I've known things before they've happened, and I'm very, very gifted with that. But I think we're all gifted. I think just some people don't listen, and I do listen. I listen to what my soul tells me. So, in between my wisdom, I'm going to shout out a few channels here, okay? And I don't have, I'm going to shout out their names, okay, because I have some, and most of these are growth channels for those who want to grow, and some of them are not. So I'm going to give you a few names here that you may like. And if you got a pad and pencil, you may want to write them down because they're not going to be, um, I'm not going to be able to drop the links for them. Okay. And most of them are not here. But I'm going to start from the top of my page here. Undel is Unnndel. Fantastic lady. She's inspirational and she has a growth channel. And Uncle Tita, UNCLETITA, is a wonderful, amazing channel and a growth channel and inspiration. Griselle Bowles, GRECILLEBOLZ. And I was just on 2 different lives today. I get invited all the time to come up to people's lives, and I highly recommend it. Absolutely, absolutely. Singing for the Creator. I agree. Hey, welcome, Kumix News. Welcome to you. Welcome. Ms. Rose Cruz has a wonderful channel. It's MS period Rose Cruz. Rose, ROSE, CRUZ. And Ms. Joe Kudapaja. I can't pronounce it. MISJOKURDAPYA. And then there's Phil Amin USA. FILAMIN USA. Twinny Fisher Officials. TWINNY Fisher Officials. Manny Ware USA. MANAYWARAY USA. Rismar, RISSMAR. Another channel I really love is MTO Travels. MTO Travels, very big growth channel. Now, I stop by and say hello and share them out, and then I go on my way because I don't really have time right now to hang around because of my busy schedule. But these are all people, because I know many of you want to grow your channels, and I'm not a growth channel, but I can give you wonderful names. Brenda Land. She's a dear friend of mine. Brenda, BRENDALAND. She has a fantastic growth channel. Noni Mae's Way, NONIEMAEWAY. Carolina Hillbilly, 1961, fantastic channel. RNB Luchong Panay. Philam Lifestyle. Haiti Zimakar. I don't know how to spell that. Let me see here. Master Jab TV, MASTER JAB TV. I think I was just on his channel today, if I'm correct. Rob Canoe, ROB. I think his name is CANOY, I think. These are all fantastic channels, and there's so many more. So many, many more. Hey, Carla, how are you? Would you like to come up, Carla? You're welcome to come up if you'd like to come up and say hello. I just came on here just to share some wisdom and kind of just hang out a little bit. I haven't been on much because I'm so busy right now. So welcome, welcome. Carla has a wonderful channel, everyone. She's not a growth channel either. She's not a grandma channel like me. She kind of, I don't know what you call Carla's channel. Carla is more, she comes on in the morning. She does a live stream every single day. Sometimes she comes on at night. She has a panel, usually more than herself. And she is, they talk about everything on her channel. And I go on quite often. But Carla, you know what? Did you notice that you don't see my comments now when I come on? Because your mods tell me for some reason they have to keep unblocking my comments and on your channel. And so I don't know why that has happened. But I do come on your channel, but you just don't see me there. Okay. So between your channel and Facebook putting me in timeout, I don't know. So yeah. So life as a 63-year-old college student, my life is busy. And as a mom of 3 young adult kids, my life is busy. And, I spend a lot of time with my kids and my husband and making YouTube videos. And people say, well, why do you make these YouTube videos? Well, I've been up here a little over 6 months publicly. And 6 months ago, I started out with 200 subscribers, which were all family and friends. Okay, they were all people that I knew. And I had the channel for 10 years, but it wasn't made for the public. I did daily videos for my family and for my friends. So if you go back on those videos, you are likely to see 1-minute videos that are straight up and down. And they're less than a minute, some of them, topic oriented, no titles, no tagging, no nothing. But they were public because so that they could access them. And then 6 months ago, I had around 200 people, 200 friends, subscribers, whatever you want to call them, because I don't like to call people subscribers because you're friends. You're not subscribers, but 200 subscribers. And I started out, and now I'm almost at 12K. And I don't know how I got there, but I put out in the last 6 months probably a minimum of 5 videos per day, different topics. And I tagged them really, really, really well. And I titled them really, really, really well. And 6 months ago, Grandma's Porch, the beginning and the ending, as you see, Grandma's Porch came into existence. Now, Grandma's Porch has always been here, but in the sense of how it is on YouTube, it just came about 6 months ago. And that's all my home. If you look at the latest videos I did on Grandma's Porch, specifically showing that's all. If you look at the new beginning and the new ending, that's all where I live. Pecan trees and porches and all of that. So, so I started growing my channel 6 months ago. And it grew a lot faster than I ever thought it would grow. And I think it really has to do with content. I keep my content short. People know to expect me every day, like they expect Carla every day. They see Carla, they know Carla's going to be there every day. And they know that I'm going to come out with my videos on a different subject. They're going to be short, so they don't take up a lot of time for people. And they feel at home because they feel like they're with Grandma on Grandma's porch. And it's a place for people to come. It's a place where people feel it's like they're visiting Grandma. And I think with all the chaos and confusion and problems in the world right now, people want some place that they can go to feel safe. And I think they come to my channel because they feel like they're at Grandma's porch, which you are. You are. And I think that's how my channel grew. It wasn't what I was doing. It was the feeling that people got when they came here. They felt that they were at Grandma's porch. And yeah. And so let's see. Carla says it's YouTube. Yep. Thank you. Oh, KHE, thank you. KHE, welcome, welcome. Thank you. I want to tell you about KHE. I go to KHE's channel often. And as soon as I come on, I share out. And, I did a video called Share Out, Shout Out, how to build your channel very, very fast. And I'm going to give you a couple of my secrets tonight on how to build your channel. As KHE TV can tell you, I come on there and I share out his channel. And I do this with everyone's channel that I like. Carla knows I do it. KHE knows I do it. Singing for the Creator knows I do it. I go on there, and one of the first things I do is share your channel out. And what happens is then the host shouts you out. They identify you by saying thank you, like to KHE TV. He shared me out. And sharing out doesn't cost anything. It doesn't take away from you. You're not limited to the amount of share outs that you can do. So here you're doing something kind and giving to somebody else, and they shout you out. So now people want to go to KHE TV's channel because now I've shouted him out. And that's how it works. You shout people out. IBHANA. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you so much. And Kumix says, you got this. You got this. Good vibe. Thank you, Kumix. Thank you. So I'm going to tell you a couple of my secrets to growing your channel. You can go to growth channels if you have time. It's a wonderful way to grow. Unfortunately, because of my busy life, I can't really stay on anybody's channel a whole long time because I'm busy with schoolwork and my life. And so I had to figure out, how can I grow overnight while I'm sleeping? And so one of my big things is tagging and titles. Tagging and titles, short videos, having great thumbnails, which is Grandma's Porch for the most part. I use Grandma's sofa for my thumbnail, and having a beginning and an ending. But this is the biggie, and I'm going to give you a biggie, okay? How to grow your channel fast. Okay, so I'm going to tell you again. Share out, shout out. Okay, you start sharing your friends out, and you let them know that you're sharing them out. They're going to share you out like KHE just did with me. Okay, and if it's a live stream, they're going to shout you out. Okay, they're going to say, hey, look, I can tell you right now, I get invited on probably, if most of the channels that I go to, that I have time to go to now, they immediately ask me to come up. Now, today I did go up on 2 of them, which were wonderful, but I couldn't stay long because, well, I had schoolwork to do. But one of the things you want to do is you want to go up on panels, as many panels as you can, where people can see you. Okay, where people can see who you are, see that you're a real person. So go up on people's panels, and you will get, your numbers will go up, your friends will go up. Always be kind and thoughtful to the people that come to your stream. Always be. But the big thing is share out. I grew my channel because I shared the people. When I go on a channel, and I don't stay on a channel I don't like. So if I'm going to stay on a channel, obviously I like it, and then I feel compelled to share it out. And there are channels that I've gotten to know well that I don't, I just go in and I share it out automatically. So the thing is, people come on my channel and it doesn't cost anything to share me out. You just click the little share button, you type in live stream, you send it off. So all of your friends now get this notice that I'm live. So they come over and they grow. So then I go over to your channel when you're doing a live stream, and because I know that you shared me out, and then I share you out. Okay, I share you out, whether I stay or not. Carla knows I come on, I stay for 5 minutes, and then I go. Not because her channel, I'm bored, but because I have a lot of work, because Carla's channel is anything but boring. She has an amazing channel. And so if I had more time, I would stay. And so you need to share out. Share. But you've got to let them know that you shared it out, so that then they will come back, whether you do a recorded video or whether you do a live stream, that they're going to come back and share you out. So everybody that shares me out, I go back and share them out. Okay. So in 6 months, I'm almost at 12K. And I go to bed and I wake up and my numbers usually climb overnight when I'm sleeping. And it's often because people are shouting me out while I'm sleeping. They shout old grandma out. Old grandma, she gets shouted out. So, we're not an island to ourselves. We're not here on YouTube and growing by ourselves. We're growing because of other people have made us and helped us grow. And if you want to grow, you got to make friends here. And if you are, I'm going to tell you this. There are some channels that I'm not real proud of. There was one channel that I really had a lot of hopes for. And I really thought, wow, this channel is going to be their channel is going to be an amazing channel. And then they got to 1K and they got monetized. And they completely changed their whole attitude. And it became all about making money. They didn't care about the people in their stream. And people weren't coming back because they didn't feel cared for. You've got to let people know that you care about them. And grandma cares. Grandma cares. Okay. Oh, I want to shout out another channel here that I love, love, love. Van Life with Gina Payne. She's not here tonight, but my friend Van Life, VANLIFE, Van Life with Gina, GINA PAYNE. You're going to love her channel. And she's kind of a growth channel now and an inspiration channel. You're going to love her channel. So I do hope you go there and shout or go to Van Life with Gina Payne. Carla says she loves her people. Carla, you have a very, very, you have people that truly have your back, and you have people that truly love you, and you have people that come back day after day after day. They're very faithful to you. And if you're faithful to your friends, they will be faithful to you. Okay. And I'm very faithful to my friends. And, Roselle. Yes, of course. And you know what, Roselle, your name is on here. Roselle Cagdas. And I think I said your name earlier. Let me look here. Roselle Cagdas. Did I say it right? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, of course. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. El Rio, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Renee. Now, Renee Unrated. She's the amazing artist I was telling you about. And thank you so much, Renee, for sharing me out. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate you for doing that. So, yeah, I grew fast, faster. When I started out, Carla, I think I had like 300 friends when I met you, because I was just a newbie, and I'm still a newbie. But I had like 300 friends when I started, and I met you and I came to your channel. And I had not done a live stream because I did my first live stream when I made my 2K. And that was when I did my first live stream. And then I was doing them pretty regularly. And then because I started college, I had to kind of back off a bit. But Carla got faithful friends. And if you have faithful friends, they're going to help you build your channel. And you're going to build a very solid channel. And so remember, your content is something that you want your grandchildren to be able to watch. And, my grandchildren will be able to watch my content and grow from my content long after I'm gone. Okay. And I'm very proud of everything I do here. Every single video I'm proud of. Otherwise, I would not put it up. Every single video. I have probably, I don't know how many videos, because a lot of the videos I did prior to the 6 months, which were for family and friends, those are all up. but I know that I have about 5,000 videos total. And so probably I've done about 2,000 videos since I've been up in the last 6 months. Maybe not quite 2,000, but close to it. And they're all 5-minute videos. And, with different wisdom topics. So, but you will grow. I say in the beginning, if you're a small channel and you want to grow, you need to make content every day. It's got to be quality content and it's got to be authentic to you. And don't try to copy anybody else. And this is the interesting thing. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. People are trying to copy me. As soon as I put a video out, they go out and they make almost the same. They try to make the same video, but they can't copy me because there's only one me. Okay, so find your authenticity. It's in your difference that you will be successful. Okay, not your sameness. It's in your difference. So your uniqueness is what's going to make you successful. Okay, you will put a unique spin on your channel. Don't try to copy anybody else's channel. Okay. And so I come on here every day and I'm myself. And that's what you get. Okay. You get my wisdom. And, I don't talk about politics here because that's not my lane. Politics is not my lane. Now, I do talk about it over on Facebook. Okay. But it's still not my lane. And when you get in somebody else's lane, what happens? You get bumped over into your lane, back into your lane. So I stay in my lane, and my lane is wisdom. And so stay in your lane. And so to grow your channel, you'll make friends and you'll build relationships. And the best thing to do is to share people out and let them know, and you will grow fast, because that's how I grew. That was my biggest secret to getting to where I'm at in such a short time, is that I go to everybody's channels and I share them out that I like. And I don't share out people's channels that I do not like. Okay. I share out people's channels that I do like. And then they share me out. And so, it's like what you give out, you get back. So start sharing, and let them know that you shared. Okay. Because you'll make a lot of friends here. And I can tell you that on some of these growth channels, and there's people that don't like each other. And, I've had a couple people, I've had a stalker. I've had somebody who got on here naked. I had to delete the whole stream. And, so I've had my share of situations here on YouTube. But overall, I've met amazing, wonderful, wonderful people. But I do see a sense of competition on some of the channels, not with me, but with each other. And I think it's sad, because if they're busy being their authentic self, they're not competing with anybody, because you don't have to compete to be successful. Okay. All you have to do is be you. And so I'm me. I just come on here and I don't compete with anybody else's channel, anybody else's time slot, anybody else's anything. I just come on and I'm just myself. Okay. So that's my biggest piece of advice for growing your channel. And just hang in there and have fun. It's all about fun. Okay. It's a journey. There's no destination here. It's like some people say, okay, when I get to 1,000, that's like, wow. But then you get to 1,000 and then you want to get to 2,000. I remember when I was at 2,000 saying, oh, wow, people at 5,000, if I can just get to 5,000, if somehow I get to 5,000. But then I got to 5,000 and then I said, well, what's the next step? 10,000? So I got to 10,000. It's just a journey. Don't take it seriously. Just have fun. Just enjoy it. So now I'm kicked back. I'm just enjoying it. I'm enjoying the whole ride. and enjoying all my friends. And thank you. Oh, singing for the creator. Thank you. Um, yes, can you put up Carla's link? Renee Unrated, can you put up Carla's link for me, please? Um, and anyone else's links that if you would like to do that, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Um, yeah. Well, I just wanted to come on for a little bit. I'm really not going to stay up too long tonight because I have to get back up for college in the morning. And right now they're letting us do most of our work at home. So I still have to get on and I have to log on, and we have live teachers and everything like that. And I am studying law. Most of my classes are law related. And will I go to law school? I'm not sure yet. The issue with the law school is we live about an hour from any major city. And so that means that I will have to either drive, as I do already, um, but I don't know what law school would be the closest. And I'm not going to go away to live because I got a family. So it just kind of depends. It just kind of depends. But yeah, I'm a college student. So I'm going to go to bed early so I can wake up early so that I can do all my schoolwork. But I wanted to come on here and just share with you a little bit of wisdom. And, you're going to have old friends and new friends, and they're both so important. Our old friends tell us who we are or who we were, and our new friends see us from a very superficial perspective. And they bring fresh energy to our old relationships. So I love making new friends, and I love, love, love my old friends. So I'm always making new and old friends. And I love that. So value both. And take time out for the people that you love. Don't take anybody for granted. I don't take my kids for granted. I don't take my husband for granted, and I don't let anybody take me for granted. I can tell you that right now. I'm too wonderful to be taken for granted, and everybody around me that knows me in person knows that I don't get taken for granted. Um, and you should never ever let yourself be taken for granted because you're too special. You're too special, and you are unique and you bless other people's lives, and never diminish yourself for anybody else. Never, ever. Let me see who that is. Let me see. Hey, Fordman, I'll let you come up here. I was getting ready to go, but I'm going to let you come up. Hey,
Hey everyone,
hey, Fordman, how you doing?
doing all right about yourself?
I'm doing good. What's up with you? How's mechanic school?
It's good. I'm actually loving it. The only thing that they will allow us on campus for is for the hands-on labs. As far as the lecture or anything else, it's all online.
Oh, okay. Hey, 96 gal, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Well, now do you have to wear a mask everywhere you go?
We have to wear a mask. We have to social distance, and we have to follow the same rules. As if we're out in like at a restaurant or anywhere else.
Fordman, I know we have to wear a mask, and I understand the reason. Oh, thank you, singing for the creator. It's just I drink a lot of water and I get an extra hour of sleep. And but I don't like wearing the mask, but I do. And that's why I don't like to go out. I really don't go out many places. I go running every day. I go outside and my yard and all that, but I don't like to go places because I don't like to wear the mask. And I wore when I went into college the one day before they told us that we could do a lot of it at home. instead of having to show up for class. I put the mask on, and the whole time I was there, when I came out, I could barely talk. I could barely talk. It was just, it's so constrictive, and I don't like it. And I don't think it's healthy. But I also know that we have to wear them for, and I will tell you, I have a friend and who's very, very healthy. I don't see them in person. They live in another state. And
Mm-hmm.
I knew something spiritually. I knew something was up. These are friends that have the perfect life. They have everything is always good in their life. They never have a problem. Okay, they're here I am in a crisis of some kind, and I can call them up, and they're like grandma's porch. Everything is always good. Well, I knew something spiritually. I knew, so I called, and then she called me back, and her husband had taken sick. And I said, well, you need to get him to the hospital right away. And so she did. And it turned out that supposedly he has, what's going around. And he's
Mm-hmm.
very, very sick. And so, whatever you think about it, because I have kind of mixed feelings about everything. But I tell you, I'd rather play it safe. And if I'm going out, I'm going to wear the mask.
Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people they have really taken this uh as a joke, but then some of them haven't, and then they pay for it afterwards.
Yeah, he's really, really sick, and he was always healthy. So, it really kind of put my antennas up that, even though I don't like wearing the mask, I wear it. I wear it. And so it's just our new reality, really, our new reality.
Well, they told us back when the semester started if we didn't have the mask on, they wouldn't be allowing us on campus.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but that's great. That's great that you are taking mechanics and that you're studying something that you love.
Yes, that's something I've always loved ever since I was knee high to a grasshopper, as the old saying goes.
Yes.
uh, I'm going to be 26
Wow.
September September the 27th. So,
You could be my grandchild. You could be my grandchild.
but but I was gonna say you don't look nowhere near the age of what you said you were. You
Oh,
look like you look a lot younger than what you said.
thank you, Fordman. Thank you. People ask me, I'm singing for the creator, ask me what I do for my skin. And I'm going to tell you right now my secrets. I'm going to tell you some. I don't have plastic surgery. Okay. I did a video on that. When I was 39, I had a mini lift, which was like, 30 years ago, 25 years ago. Didn't do a thing. I was very, very disappointed. Didn't do nothing. Plus, facelifts don't last. And people don't understand that they last maybe 2 or 3 years, and then you got to go get another one. So I haven't had anything done. And but what I do is I live very healthy lifestyle. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't take, anything illicit. I do drink coffee. I have my coffee here right now, and I'm going to have a sip of it.
Me too. Me too.
Mm, mm. Now, you want to know why I have white teeth? Because I use a straw. Can you see the straw? I use a straw with my coffee. I never ever drink my coffee without a straw because then it touches the front teeth. So I'll give you some of my beauty secrets. You drink your coffee with a straw, and that protects your front of your teeth. Okay, so you don't get coffee stain because I have very, very white teeth. In the morning, I have a regular routine that I do throughout the day. I have a vibrating toothbrush, which is a must. And I get my dental cleanings every 3 months, not every 6 months. And I do like a baking soda on my teeth in the morning. Now, I'm not recommending that to anybody. I'm saying that's what I do. I do a baking soda on my teeth in the morning and let it sit there for a little bit. And I floss, of course. After every time I eat, I floss.
Mm-hmm.
And that keeps my teeth very, very white. So I have very white teeth. And most people at my age, their teeth are pretty discolored. And so I keep my teeth white by doing those things. Then, as far as my skin goes, I drink a ton of water. I've always been a huge water drinker. I juice daily. I juice celery juice or green juices, and I have grapefruit juice and watermelon juice. Okay. And I use people go out and they spend $100 on some fancy cream or fancy makeup. I'm going to tell you what I use. There's two things that I use, okay? And you're going to laugh at the second one. I use coconut oil on my face, okay? But I'm going to give you my other secret that I use on my face, okay? You can get it at pretty much any store. I'm not going to say the name brand, but I use the generic brand, which is about $2. Okay, $2 for a tube, and it'll last you 6 to 8 months because you only use a dab of it. Diaper cream.
Mm.
I use it at night
Um,
before I go to bed. And I don't know what it is. I put a little dab on each of my cheeks and my chin and my nose and my forehead, and I put the diaper cream on. And it is wonderful. I've been using it for years. And how I discovered that was when my kids were babies and I didn't have any cold cream for my face. So I started using their diaper cream on my face. And I do that. And I would say that that's probably about my biggest secrets for just drink a lot of water and get sleep and live a healthy lifestyle. Plus I run, plus I exercise every day. So, yeah.
I drink a lot of coffee and water myself.
Coffee is not bad for you, in my opinion. I think, at least for me, I believe coffee, I don't give advice, I don't give suggestions. I just tell you how I live my life. And for me, I think I've been drinking coffee forever. My grandmother was almost 100 when she died, and she drank coffee every day. So did my grandpa. And he ate cookies and sweets and
Well, my doctor always told me he said that there was some antioxidants and stuff that's good for your system, and it also has got some stuff in it that helps cut down on cancer and stuff like that. So
yes, I
and
believe that.
and he said that there's actually been some uh, that studies on it and stuff that it's actually proven that it helps cut down on cancer and stuff like that.
Yes. I do believe that because my grandma and my grandpa and now my mama, I'm going to tell you what happened to her. She got Parkinson's in her 80s and it
Mm-hmm.
was terrible. But I don't know how factual this is, but this is my own belief. Okay, I'm not making suggestions or anything. I'm just telling you what I believe. So my mama drank coffee every day of her life, and she drank a lot of it. Then when she was about 78, she switched to decaf and she decided she wasn't going to drink caffeinated coffee anymore. And when she switched to decaf and went away from regular coffee, that was when she began to develop the Parkinson's symptoms. And that's what happened to her. And I told her, I said, Mom, you got to go back to drinking coffee. But she never went back to drinking coffee. So I don't know if the two are somehow related or, I have no idea. But I drink coffee. I love coffee. That's my only vice. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people have asked me, says, how do you sleep with all that caffeine and stuff? I, I've, I said, I've just gotten used to it, and it usually, I can go to sleep and sleep like a baby. I mean,
Yeah, me too. Me too. And most people in my age group have a really hard time to go to sleep. They have to take something for it. But I can tell you, when I go to bed, I just go to bed because I'm worn out. By the time I hit my bed, I am worn out. I'm just completely worn out. Grandma's all worn out. She's all worn out, you
So
know.
what are you majoring in college?
Legal studies.
Legal studies.
But my plan is if, I don't know what the future holds. I'd like, I'm considering law school. I don't know that at this point for sure, just simply because it's got to match up with my family and my lifestyle. And my husband's talking about, we've talked about getting a motorhome again. We've talked about getting a boat. He's been watching all these boating channels where people sail around the world on a boat, like
Mm-hmm.
a sailboat. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go out on some sailboat. I'm afraid of the water. So I don't know what the future holds. I really don't. I love my home. I want to stay here forever. This is grandma's house and I don't want to go no place. I love grandma's porch. I love my home. I don't even have to leave my home. I'm very, very happy being home. I love being home.
So, do you do most of your classes online, or do you have to actually go in on campus?
Well, I'm an in-person student and I'm
Oh,
supposed to go in and I did go in, but because of what's going on, some of the teachers are very afraid of getting it. So
mm-hmm,
they told us to stay home and just, they do the virtual stuff. So I'm staying home. I'm taking advantage of it because I live an hour and a half from the college. And so I
mm-hmm.
was driving in and driving back. And and I am so grateful. If nothing good came out of all this, I don't have to drive into school. But it's hard too. This one class I'm taking, oh my gosh, I have no idea how I got 100 today. No idea. Because I have to tell you, it's a hard class. But I did get a letter today, and I've gotten several in the past, but I got a letter, and they nominated me for some kind of special. It's only a select few in the school get it, where your grades are high enough, and it's some kind of national. It's not National Honor Society, but it's like national for business people and entrepreneurs and stuff like that. So they nominated me for, or they asked me to join, and I don't know if I'm going to join it because I don't know if I have time. But yeah. So, but I think trades are the way to go. You know what? Honestly, Fordman, I think you are so smart for doing what you're doing
Mm-hmm.
because people who are coming out of college are not getting jobs. They're not getting jobs, but people who are coming out with a trade are the ones getting jobs.
Mm-hmm. Uh, it's sad that when people go for like say like nursing or some kind of law enforcement or something, that once they graduate they can't even find a job in that field and they have to still go work at like McDonald's or a Hardee's or some type of fast food
Yeah, they do.
restaurant just to make a living.
They do. I want to say hello to Marcelo. If I've missed your name, please forgive me. Bisheng, lovely Filipino, Alagad, and Don Sendom TV. Welcome, 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 my friend. Welcome, welcome. And Ms. Helen MN, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. I don't. Uh, 96 gal, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. I don't know, if I miss your name and some people think I might be ignoring them, I'm not ignoring. I can't see the stream without my glasses. So, um, but yeah, I think for men, it's the way to go. I really do. And I'm going to share this other thing with you about college. When I lived in Europe, and I lived in Europe for 5 years, I loved living in Europe. We lived in Bavaria and we traveled all over Europe. And that was, I told all those stories. If you go back on my videos about the Autobahn and driving and getting lost. And, I've had so many amazing, wonderful life experiences, and I'm so grateful. But in Europe, for the most part, people don't send their kids away to college. They go to the local university and they live at home. Here in America, we are like the only country that I know of that sends their kids clear across the country to a school. And my kids all are here. My kids all live at home, or my daughter lives right down the street, but they all live here and they'll go to college from here. And I don't want my kids going away. I don't think it's the best thing in the world. And I want them close by where, I can kind of keep a watchful eye, and yet they can be adults and, live their own life. But I want to know, when we get away from the people that love us, often that puts us in harm's way. And so I want to, I keep my kids close by, and I'm happy to do that. So, so mom goes to college with her kids.
Because life is so short. It's
Yeah.
better
It is.
to enjoy them while you can.
I do. You know what? We're very, very family oriented. And, I'm thinking a little bit for them because I've shared so much of, my wisdom. And I'll continue to always do that because I'm an endless supply. God gives me new insights every day. But, I think my channel may merge a little bit into more of me sharing my family and sharing our daily comings and goings and the things that we do. Like when I went into college that day and I was driving home, and I did a video on that, a whole video, and, kind of being out and about. And so I kind of feel like, like the other day when uh, that happened, as I was telling y'all about my son, me telling him, be careful in the parking lot. I could have done a whole video on that, and, but I kind of feel like, I want to kind of merge my family, into a little bit of my videos too, because I have a wonderful family and a wonderful husband. People wonder what my husband's like. I always remember Phyllis Diller. She had Fang. Remember Fang? And you probably don't remember Phyllis Diller, but Phyllis Diller, she had this make believe husband called Fang. And so people probably think my husband's make believe or something. But he's real. He's really real, and he's very handsome. So yeah, he's real. But he's not a person that likes to be on camera. Now he would not be. He would not. That I could not get him to do. He was in a couple of my videos, I think, in the past, but very
Mhm.
brief. He doesn't like to do that. So my son has got a YouTube channel, and he doesn't have any content on it. So I'm trying to encourage him to get content on there so that I can begin to promote him, because I'd like to see his channel grow and flourish too. And I think YouTube's the way to go. I love YouTube. I mean, we've all met each other because of YouTube.
Mhm. I I've met some great channels on here,
Yeah.
and I especially I really like van life with Gina Payne,
Oh, we love Van Life. We love
and
Gina.
and
You
I
know what I told her? You know what I told her, Fordman? I told her, I said, Gina, we need to change your title. We need to call it, instead of Van Life with Gina Payne, we need to say Everybody Loves Gina.
I mean she's a great. I would actually like to be able to get to meet her in person one day.
Mhm. And another channel too that we love is Norgus R. Norgus, Norgusr. Her channel, she's got the grandma channel of grandma channels. And I love Norgus R's channel. Her channel is amazing. Now you're on her channel, right, Fordman?
I'm not on that channel.
Norgusr, Norgusr. Every day, Monday through Friday, she does. It's a grandma channel. It's kind of Bible based,
Mm-hmm.
but and she welcomes everyone, and they kind of talk real talk. They talk about what's going on in their life. If they're sick, if they've got a problem, they pray for each other. They support each other. It's really, really wonderful, and they're just real. And I think the more real you become on here, the more successful you will be. And, I'm real. I'm just real. Grandma's real. Grandma is real.
Like I was mentioning to somebody the other day, uh, nobody's gonna want to come to a channel that doesn't have any good content on it.
Yeah.
You want to make it. You want to make it something that would really interest people and make people feel at home and things.
Right. You do. You want people to feel welcome. You want people to feel like they want to come back, like they're in your home. And so when people come here, they're visiting grandma's porch. And I think people feel that. I really do. I think people feel that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the important thing is to have great content. If you're if you
Mm-hmm.
have great content, your channel's going to grow. It really is. And even though my content is very short, 5 minutes in length, um, my content is packed solid, full of wisdom. And I think people who are into that, now, if you're a gaming channel, you're not going to be interested in my channel. Okay. But if you like wisdom, if that's what you want, motivation, inspiration, then my channel is for you.
I definitely love your channel. I especially love your inspirational videos.
Do you have one that you like the most?
Um, for the ones that I've watched, of course, where I've been busy with school and everything, I haven't really had the time to actually go and I need to go and catch up on some videos that I've missed.
It's
Um,
because I make so many.
and, but good night, Renee, unrated.
Oh, good night. Thank
But
you, Renee. Thank you. We're going to
there,
get
there,
off here in a
there's
couple minutes,
so
too.
there's so many to watch. It's hard. Uh, that's another thing. It's hard to keep up with the ones that you have watched and with the ones that you haven't watched.
Right.
And somebody said that there's just not enough time in the world to even get to all of them.
Right. The thing is, that's why I keep them short, because people don't have the time to watch a half hour video. They don't. They don't. Even when you go on live streams, you stay for 5 minutes usually, and then you move on. Sometimes you'll stay longer. And most people don't have that kind of time. That's why I keep them short, really, really short. And I think that's part of my secret to growing, because a lot of people will make longer videos when they're a new channel and then they don't grow. But when you keep them short, people come back because they know they can digest it quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Fordman, I'm going to get off of here. I'm about ready to call it a night and go to bed. And I know Renee just left. And thank you, Renee. Thank you. And
Thanks
thank
for allowing me to come on.
Oh, Fordman, you're welcome anytime. I appreciate you and I thank you so much. And welcome, welcome. Thank you. And I wish you great success in what you're doing.
Thanks and likewise to you as well. And good night, everyone in the chat.
Thank you, Fordman. Bye bye. Well, so thank you, Fordman. I appreciate you. So I am going to go here, and I just want to say, it's late, and most people are in bed or going to bed, and I'm going to bed too. So I gotta get some of these things. So I just want to say, I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Because tomorrow will be the beginning of our weekend, and I wish you a wonderful weekend. And remember, just stay positive, keep believing in yourself, and keep your faith. And no matter what life throws at you, you'll get through it. You just have to hang in there. And sometimes life can throw people a curveball. And I've done videos on the curveball. And you just gotta hang in there. And you gotta surround yourself with people that will love you. And if you don't have any in-person people, there will be people that will love on you that you meet virtually. Even if you never meet them in person, there are channels that you can go to that are loving channels like Notice Spar's channel, Gina Kane's channel, my channel, that you can feel cared about and that you feel at home with. And I try to make my channel about feeling at home with families. And so I hope you feel at home here. So I am grateful so much. God bless you. And I pray great blessings and great favor and healing and abundance and everything wonderful over your life and good protection. So may God bless you. So from my house to your house, may God bless you and may He protect you. Good night. May God bless you.